What is up, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in Forza Horizon 4, and what you're looking at on the screen right now is actually a gorgeous Nova Horizon edition, really Forza edition, and we're going to be doing a spotlight video on that car soon because it's absolutely ridiculous. It's an insane drag car. But in this video, we are going to be doing our very first episode of Forza Horizon 4 budget drift car shopping. So we're going to do a max buyout of we're going to start at about 30,000 credits, and we are going to see if there's anything that we can literally just buy and drift. That's it. Budget auction house drift cars. So far, let's see. RSX Type S, Willie's Jeep, Mazda Speed Miata for a buyout of 14. We might do that. Let's see. We got an old Miata, like an NA Miata. Firebird Trans Am, Triumph TR3B. What else? Talbot Sunbeam Lotus. That's an S1 for a buyout of 14. Okay. Bro, a Titan Warrior concept that somebody's just trying to get rid of for 28. That's actually pretty cool. Let's see. What have we got? C5 Z06 that somebody's trying to get rid of for 19. A Javelin that somebody's trying to get rid of. It's a C-Class Javelin. Oh my gosh. The biggest thing here. Okay. Somebody's trying to get rid of this Mustang for exactly 30. Let's take a look at it. Because I'm interested in it. It looks like it's been built. It looks like it's on... Wait. Are those just old-style street tires, or are they rally tires? I'm not sure, but they're very wide. And you know what? Let's go ahead and buy it, because this might be... I say might be because I'm not sure if it is or not, but it might be our first quite successful auction house drift car. You never know. So let's see if we can go and let's go pick it up. Well, we already technically collected it, so let's go to my garage and actually grab it. So let's see. Where are we at with Ford? There it is. 65 Mustang GT Coupe. Now, we can't alter the tune. We can't do anything like that. All we have to do is take this thing out and attempt to drift it. Now, I don't know. The interesting thing about doing these videos...
those speed traps. So,
do
you fancy doing some more?
Anyways, the interesting thing about doing these auction house drift videos is the fact that... And I just had to set that because because when you actually find a car, you don't know how that car is going to turn out. You don't know what it's going to be. You don't know if it's going to be you don't know if it's going to be terrible. You don't know if it's going to be a great car. You don't know if it's going to be like the worst thing you've ever drifted in your entire life. But let's see. All right, so far this thing is not the fastest thing in the world. It's quick, though. Hi. Oh, my God. But yeah, no, it's not the fastest thing. I'm just trying to get out of the festival. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but I will say that one of the biggest things... Oh, there's our Spitfire ready to collect. Shall we? Handbrake and... Oh, wow. Okay, went way off. And handbrake, go for it. Oh, wow. The diff is very not locked. It's very much not locked. It doesn't really have, like, any limited slip characteristics at all. It's quite open, actually. That's the word I was looking for, or the term I was looking for. But you know what? For having what's basically... Because, like, when you're leaving a corner, it will turn into just doing a one-wheel peel. So while you're leaving a corner, Like, even though it does just do one-wheel peels out of corners, it's not actually, like, a terrible car. You just have to be super mean to the handbrake to get it to do what you want it to do. Super mean to the handbrake. And super aggressive with how hard you throw it into the corners. Oh, come on. Because it won't give you, like, any lockup at all. So it's completely 100% inertia-based. Completely. I'm going to try and run, like, the drift scoring route that I normally run, but I don't know. I'm not going to try and score in this car. I'm more just going to try and get from one end, like from this end to the other end and back in one combo, however difficult that might be. And judging by, oh god, let's go. And judging by how this car has been so far, that might be particularly challenging. Like, to do it in one combo. Because it really, really, really likes to straighten itself up. Let's go. There we go. It likes to straighten itself up, and it doesn't like to lock both rear tires together. You can sort of, like, do these little transitions with it back and forth down the straightaways to kind of, like, help keep your score going and really build up some points, but you're not building up anything massive in this car, that's for sure. You're not going for any sort of, like, massive, like, you might hit, like, 1 or 2 ultimates in this car, but it's not going to be, like, see, that was almost an ultimate. If I had stayed in it longer, it would have been an ultimate, but, like, I have been 100% on the throttle this whole time. Like, I will tell you guys the next time I lift off the throttle, and it hasn't happened yet. Like, I'm just occasionally going for the handbrake and the clutch at the same time, because I know that I don't need to lift off the throttle. I just don't. It's just so, like, partially because it's underpowered, but, I mean, it's not underpowered. Underpowered is the wrong word. Honestly, if it had a locking diff, that would make, like, such a world of difference. That would make such an insane world of difference, it's not even funny, because when you think about it, like, one of the biggest things that makes a difference in drifting isn't just the power. I mean, it's like everybody welds their diff if they're, like, just getting into it. Like, you know, they have, like, a welded diff 240 or a welded diff Miata or whatever they start with, or hell, a welded diff SC300. And the whole reason for welding that diff is to get, you know, the rear tires both locked together, lock the differential together, and basically allow both wheels to be spinning at the same speed so you get those nice, you know, power oversteer slides. Well, when you have an open diff, that doesn't really happen. So, with that being said, let's see if we can get a burnout going the other direction. Yes. With that being said, when the car doesn't really have the option to, like, lock up the rear tires very easily, it is definitely hard to keep a power oversteer drift going. Now, of course, like I said, you can do it off of inertia, but, I mean, if we're talking about, like, you know, built drift car levels of like, you know, drift duration and angle, you're gonna need something locking in the rear. Come on, a little bit of back and forth here and there.
You have arrived at your destination.
Definitely the angle is very shallow, and you can tell that it wasn't built to do this, but that's also part of the beauty of this series is, like, no matter what car we find, whether or not it was built to drift, we are going to pluck it off of that auction house and drift it. So, like, without any care in the world for what its original intention was, the reason why we have our hands on it is so we can go sideways in it. That's literally the whole point. Oh, man, I want another drift tap. I want another drift tap really bad. You really got to be on it, though, with the handbrake and the clutch kicks. That's like what keeps this thing alive. %, what keeps this thing alive. Seriously. Because as long as you do those things, like, back to back to back to back, it is actually, I mean, I could honestly say that even at this power level, if it had a locking diff, it would be wonderful. It would actually be a really pleasant car to drift. As it is right now, it's kind of difficult with the way the diff is tuned, But again, I'm sure this wasn't this car's original intended purpose. So we're kind of like putting ourselves at a slight handicap there when it comes to drifting. But honestly, like, I'm okay with it. It works. Now, are there things that I would change? Absolutely. But for something that I just picked up off the auction house, like without test driving, without doing anything to, like really like a sight unseen car, and just taking it out drifting right off the bat, it worked out pretty well. I have to say, it worked out pretty freaking well. Keep that momentum going. There we go. Oh, I mean, hey, it has enough torque to keep fourth gear rolling. And, like, I didn't think it would. That's why I downshifted to third. It has just enough torque to keep fourth gear rolling. Well, you can see, yeah, you can see how the inside tire will just basically light up. Or, well, no, it was inside on the cornering side there, but not inside on the car. It was the outside tire, but regardless, it'll just light itself up. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't a terrible combo, especially for what we did it with. And I gotta be honest there. I mean, that was better than I had expected it to be, especially considering it to be our first auction house budget drift car. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of it, and if you enjoy these budget drift car videos, make sure to leave me a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all next time.